Alright, chess fanatics, get ready. Today we're diving into a classic Bobby Fischer gem from 1957, a game where the young phenom, barely 14 years old, unleashes his tactical genius against Attilio Di Camillo. This wasn't some flashy king's gambit. Fischer started with a more restrained in f3, a ready-esque opening that quickly morphed into a dynamic central struggle. Di Camillo met him with a solid d5, pushing for an early c5, trying to stake his claim in the center. Fischer, ever the pragmatist, developed his pieces, castled, and kept things tight, building a quiet but formidable position. But then, the storm clouds gathered. Di Camillo, perhaps feeling a little too comfortable, made a critical miscalculation. After Fischer played e4, pushing his central pawn, Di Camillo launched a knight to b4, attacking the queen. Fischer calmly retreated his queen to d2, and that's when Di Camillo made the fateful decision. He decided to trade his bishop for Fischer's rook on a1, thinking he was winning material. Big mistake. He severely underestimated the power of Fischer's queen and the crushing pawn compensation. That trade, a bishop for a rook, left Fischer with a queen and two pawns for a rook and bishop, a huge advantage. But more importantly, it unleashed the full fury of his queen. From that moment on, it was a masterclass in conversion. Fischer's queen became an absolute monster, immediately devouring the a-pawn, then the b-pawn. It was everywhere, creating threats, restricting Di Camillo's pieces, and gobbling up pawns left and right. Di Camillo's pieces, without their king's side pawn cover and facing an active queen, were completely overwhelmed. Fischer didn't rush. He systematically exploited every weakness, demonstrating incredible patience and precision. He simplified into an endgame where his queen and extra pawns were simply too much for Di Camillo's lonely rook and knight. Piece by piece, square by square, Fischer squeezed the life out of the position. The game became a relentless grind, a testament to Fischer's legendary endgame technique. He marched his king up the board, brought his knight into the fray, and with clinical accuracy, converted his overwhelming material advantage. Di Camillo fought hard, but there was no escaping the inevitable. Fischer's relentless pressure ultimately led to a forced checkmate sequence, leaving Di Camillo no choice but to resign. A truly dominant performance from a future world champion. If you loved seeing Fischer's tactical brilliance in action, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic chess content, and let me know in the comments which Fischer game you want to see next.